right, you guys, welcome back to Sunshine for the Soul. Thanks for stopping by today. If you're new here, I'm Cyndi. Welcome new subscribers. We love seeing this community grow. And I'm going to try something different today with you guys. I am sitting here this afternoon. I've got some beautiful classical music playing in the background. And I just got a major download that I wanted to share with you in regards to the divine masculine. Like I said, new for me. I pulled cards as I was instructed, and I started jotting down notes of what the message was, kind of putting together the pieces, and I just felt like I should share this with you because it was very powerful, and yeah, very powerful. All right. So the first message I received was number 11, the justice in the reverse. Intuition should balance logic. All right. So this could be a feeling of living, in denial, that you are not willing to accept the consequences of your actions or others. This is an energy of running from your guilt. And the Justice card reminds us that we need to be aware that these actions are of the past. Past no longer exists anymore. We have a memory of them, but that's it. It actually is not in existence. It's not what's happening here and now. What the universe is reminding us with the Justice card is that your future depends on your actions of today. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. It's gone. It doesn't exist. Every day is a new opportunity for you to choose to create something new in your life. You may have chosen something in the past that was out of balance, or that didn't suit you very well, or maybe it wasn't very logical and made you feel bad about it or have some regrets about it. That was set up so that you could learn through that lesson and arrive here at this moment and then move it into the future. So this energy that I was feeling, and it's a divine masculine energy, was like just this: how can I make up for all the wrongs that I have done to you? How can I start to correct things between us? How can I make you see that maybe my actions of the past aren't really who I am? And a lot of us go through that where we look back and you're like, I didn't even know that person, And I think that's part of our spiritual awakening, is that as we heal things, we are on the other side of it and we're looking at the situation as a lesson. You realize just what you went through. You realize, I'm on the other side of it and I don't resonate with that person anymore. All right. So when a character is thinking of how can I make up for the wrongs, that's a character that needs to forgive himself. Like literally think of violet, purple light surrounding you and your thoughts about this, and just take those feelings of, but I've done so much wrong, how can I fix it? How's anybody going to want me now? And just put all that purple light of forgiveness on that emotion, on those feelings, and look at it as gratitude for the lesson. Just turn it, flip it. That's how we heal a wound. That's how we move forward, is that we process it through that light of forgiveness. We don't hold it anymore. We look at it for the lesson that it was. We forgive ourselves, and then we let that go. That's how we move forward. The next card number 13, and this is a death card. And this has been coming up with a lot of my readings this week and last week that I was working on. And this is a character who is sitting outside of a gate, waiting for that gate to open. And what I see is, I'm sitting just outside your energetic door. I've been waiting. This is the Grim Reaper, the messenger of death. But death is transformation. All right. A major phase in my life is ending and a new one is going to start. I'm sitting at your gate. I'm waiting to walk through that gate. I have my feet in the water of emotions. I feel everything. My heart chakra is open, but I just need to close one door so that I can walk through the new one. So what this character is in his mind, or what this energy is how can I close the door on the past? How can I make up for the wrongs? How can I forgive myself for not knowing any better? How will you ever forgive me and want to start something new with me? This character is really being hard on themselves. This energy is just needing to forgive themselves, needing to change those experiences, perspectives of failure, or those perspectives of I did something wrong, I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, into I have learned those lessons, I'm not the person I was before. Because of those experiences, I know I'm not that person anymore. The next energy that came out was the Seven of Wands in the reverse. And this is, I'm feeling external pressure and it is weighing me down. I'm doubting myself and whether everything that I've gone through is worth it. All these struggles, all the pain, all the suffering, all the loneliness, all the confusion. This energy is questioned whether or not it's all worth it. But then the Seven of Wands in the reverse shows I'm not willing to give up. I'm here fighting. I have my doubts at times, but I'm still fighting. It's easy to say that you don't care about others' opinions of you, but criticism does take a toll, and we all want to feel accepted and liked. This is an energy of someone questioning whether or not they could step out in front of their friends and family, whether or not they could take the lead on something that others are going to find very out of nature, difficult to understand. They may even think you're crazy. Like I think of Noah, the story of how every day he showed up and he worked on that ark because the creator source had told him and give him intuition of what he needed to do to protect himself and his family from a catastrophic flood. And every day he went to work, and every day him and his family worked on that ark. And you want to know what happened? The people in society, his friends, his neighbors around him, they would come to the edge of his property and they would laugh at him and they would mock him and they would make fun of him. They thought he was effing nuts. But what happened? We all know how that story goes. There's not too many souls on this planet that don't know that story. So this is an ostracizing wound. And I went through this a couple months ago. This was a very difficult one to clear. That was actually ancestral and generational, about being ostracized. We all want to feel accepted and loved by a group of people, especially our close group of people, like family and our immediate friends. And this is that unfortunately with more visibility comes more opposition and more criticism. So this is an energy of the divine masculine wanting to step out in authenticity, wanting to reveal himself for who he truly is. He wants to take off the mask, but he knows and understands that that's putting himself out there. That's making him vulnerable to criticism. That's making him vulnerable to being ostracized from a group of friends, parents, family members. This is very interesting. I've had some in-depth conversations with my family members recently about what it means to be spiritually awakened, what it means to ascend. So when you are connected with Source and when you are embracing your gifts of insight, intuition, clairvoyancy, the universe brings messages to you, and a lot of times that is something that wakes a person up. So this character, not getting off, but I'm just telling you what's coming into my mind right now. I'm being completely open, like for the first time. Usually this is a process for me where now it seems to be just things are popping into my head. I see the divine masculine fighting with the wound of being ostracized. And when I dealt with that, and I'm going to be authentic and honest with this, I have felt ostracized my entire life, starting from a very young age. I felt ostracized when I would be thrown in a room of people I didn't know at Sunday school, and then just being that gripping fear of being around strangers that I didn't know, and then having an emotional reaction to that, and then being, judged and people cynical and make fun of you because you're sitting there crying because you feel so uncomfortable. You don't want to be in a room around a bunch of people that you don't know. And that's just one thing. There's been a list of things. My whole life I have dealt with, obviously as a soul, my goal was to come down here and deal with a deep-seated wound of feeling ostracized. I also saw that in a past lifetime, my twin flame and I were married and we were living together, and then he went off to battle. He went off to war and he never came home. And in that meditation, in that vision, I waited for him. And I waited for him every day. I would look at the path and wait for the image of him coming down the path. And this went on for years and years, where I would never give up hope that he was coming home. I couldn't accept that he had died in battle. It's 1414. I couldn't accept that he wasn't coming back. And I became a hermit, like Virgo, the hermit card in the tarot. I secluded myself. I ostracized myself from everything and anybody other than being in my own world. And I was actually made fun of it because of it. And that's something I had to heal. So not only did that ostracized wound come up in my current lifetime, it came up in other lifetimes. And it came up in association with my twin flame. We work through our wounds and we match each other's wounds. So if I dealt with the wound of being ostracized and have been clearing that, it makes sense that you would pick up on the energy of the divine masculine clearing that wound. This is a collective reading. I'm picking up on the energies that are just, closest to me or around me. So take what resonates with you and leave the rest. But I'm going to keep going with this because I thought this was very interesting. And this is weird for me to put this out there like this, but I'm going to do what I was meant to do. So the Three of Pentacles, right? This is a card with 3 people on it. One of them it's actually 4 people. 3 people standing around, 1 gentleman looking down and planning. And what came to me when this card came out is that I am currently pulling my experience and skills together with a larger group to accomplish shared goals. I enjoy the achievement, the recognitions, and the rewards in this endeavor. So the divine masculine is saying that I have kind of a side hustle. I have something that I find passionate, that I enjoy doing, that I'm feeling a sense of accomplishment with the people that I'm doing it with. And next we have the Two of Wands energy. I feel like I'm walking on a tightrope. I'm juggling and trying to balance many different aspects of my life. But specifically, the Two of Wands is about 2 passions. So I asked, well, what passions, what 2 passions are you juggling? I've got the Strength card in the reverse. And this is about finding courage, finding strength. And I laugh because I'll be honest with you, the first thought that came into my mind was just this voice popped into my head and it says, my passion is to not being a puss. To, put on your big girl panties and deal with it. My ex-husband actually got me a sign that sits in my room that says, put on your big girl panties and deal with it. This energy is like, I'm finding the passion I'm making the choice to pursue this passion of being courageous, going out there and stepping out there, maybe even publicly creating an image for myself, taking steps forward in my life. And the other card, and it's funny because these are 2 major arcana, this is the Sun card. So my passion is to head towards the sun, to head towards the light. And this card in the Dark Mansion deck shows a sun. It's an image, like a sign that you're admiring of the sun, and it says something about the impossible voyage, or I'm heading towards the impossible. This is the place where the divine masculine feels like home, where they feel the sun warm on their face, and when they feel that warmth, it feels like home to them. Wherever they're thinking of, wherever their passion is, wherever their intention is set on, it's a place that feels like home, and they feel like they're in good company. And this is the type of life that this person, or this energy, this divine masculine, is admiring. Somewhere he can go that feels safe and warm, where he feels wanted, where he feels admired. This is where he feels joy, where he feels fulfillment. So I asked, where are his 2 passions? What are his 2 passions that he's trying to juggle and trying to balance? And it's finding courage and heading towards the sun. There's a really good song called Follow the Sun. And this song is by Xavier Rudd. And if you haven't heard it, click over and Follow the Sun by Xavier Rudd, R-U-D-D, and listen to this song. I'm not going to get in trouble by putting it on here, although I would love to, but I am going to read you the words of this song. This says, follow the sun, and which way the wind blows when this day is done. So where do you want to go at the end of the day? You know, where does the divine masculine really want to be at the end of the day when he goes home? Who does he want to be around? What life does he want to have? Which way the wind blows when this day is done. Breathe in the air, set your intentions, dream with care. This is about manifesting. We breathe in, we meditate, we connect to source, we connect to our higher selves. And in order to manifest and choose an experience in our reality, we set our intentions. We follow that up with thoughts and emotions of specifically how we would want something to go. And when you imagine this, you feel all those emotions and you be very specific with what it is you want. But then the universe requires us to take action. We ourselves have to take action to manifest them. And it says tomorrow is a new day for everyone, a brand new moon, a brand new sun. We don't live in the past. It's over. We don't live in the future. It's not here yet. All we can do is live in the love and frequency of this very moment. Every day we have a chance to choose again, to make another choice, to have a different experience. And we're manifesting a different experience, and we're setting our intentions. The angels, our spirit guides, if you call them in, they will come in and they will help you manifest this. They will jump all over it. I just saw 2222. So a brand new moon and a brand new sun, that's the divine masculine and the divine feminine. That's balancing out those two energies individually and then coming together. The next card out I've got was the Knight of Pentacles, the Moon, and the 10 Cups. So this character is balancing their passions of finding the courage, becoming the new person that they are. They want to head towards a place that they consider the sun, somewhere they can call and feel like home. They've been stuck. The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse is perfectionism is causing this divine masculine some problems of having this expectation that everything is perfect or he has to be perfect. Or like the beginning says, the divine masculine, is in a state where how can I right the wrongs? How can I transform this and bring this into fruition? So not only is the divine masculine thinking about what to do with the divine feminine and how to fix things with the divine feminine, but there's an energy of, if I go towards her, it's going to mean me more or less coming out of the spiritual closet with my group of friends, and I may suffer being ostracized from that group if I go towards the divine feminine. And the next card out is, this also says the Knight of Pentacles is about bearing myself in my work and my pursuits. So there's so much going on. There's so much that the divine masculine is trying to juggle. They kind of find bliss in their work, but unbalanced, a workaholic, that's a Virgo trait. Balanced, great. You get the job done. Overstimulated, you're a perfectionist, so you stay stagnant. Virgo energy in there for sure. And I've got the Moon card. The divine feminine came out. My imagination is getting the best of me. How you manifest love, I know that it'll be comfortable and joyful life. In spite of prolonged separation, their lasting love grows bigger and bigger. Again, like the moon waxing, their hearts are full of love, just like a full moon. And I thought that was so interesting because it's talking about a waxing moon. It's talking about a full moon. And the next full moon is August 30th and 31st. It's a super blue moon. I've been working on videos for that. Happens to also be my birthday on the 31st. So Virgos, shout out there. But the next and final card is the 10 of Cups. In spite of their prolonged separation, their lasting love grows bigger and bigger, and their hearts are full of love like a full moon. I hope this divine masculine energy finds the strength to follow the sun. His manifestation will only come into this reality if he surrenders and gives over all those thoughts and emotions of fear and regret to the violet light of forgiveness. Give it over to the light. Forgive yourself. Know that every day, like Xavier Rudd says, is a new day. It's a new day to follow the sun. It's a new day to manifest something different. And as an energetic spiritual being, we co-create with the source, our universes. Tomorrow is a brand new day for everyone. It can be a brand new moon, and it can bring a brand new sun. And if you enjoyed this, please smash that like button, put your energy towards it so that these messages can be heard and grow. That's how we connect, is when you subscribe and when you like, then our energies are getting connected. And I hope you have an incredible day. I hope you enjoyed listening to these readings that just magically appeared to me today. I'll see you at the next reading. Peace.